I am back, bitches! Finally gonna get a chance to get rid of the 400, 500 gigabytes of recorded footage I got on my hard drive. I need to clear space for the porn, you know what I mean? I want to tell you guys a story about something that I went through trying to get back onto the Old Republic forums, but we'll save that for after this conversation. You're gonna like it, though.
Stolen? But the Flesh Raiders don't steal, they destroy. I'll look into this. If you have the other holograms, come and meet me at the Jedi Temple. I'm sending you directions now. And please, Padawan, be careful.
You know, it's no secret that George Lucas is a racist, especially when you look at some of the caricatures that he puts into the Star Wars series, like the vaguely Asian but not like merchants that you saw in Episode 1. But, you know, it seems like some of that is bleeding through here, because like these Flesh Raider guys, like, you know, they never create anything, they only destroy. Well, they have the intelligence to fire energy weapons at things. You know, think about that. Okay, maybe they didn't invent it themselves, but they know how to arm it, how to aim it, how to keep it maintained. You know, that's pretty good. I mean, monkeys can't do that, and there are people that don't feel that monkeys should even be used for animal research, so I don't know. Fill me in on this, guys. What's their level of intelligence? I mean, it's useful in an MMO to have a mindless opponent that you can just wipe the floor with over and over again, but what about space zombies, you know? I mean, these things are biological. I don't know. I just want to kill space zombies. So anyways, there's the Jedi Temple in the background, and you know, I could talk about how good it looks, but that would involve actually doing commentary about the game, and I don't feel like doing that. I feel like ranting at you for like a minute instead about something that was pretty funny that happened to me on the BioWare, you know, the Old Republic forums, the official forums. They changed their password policy recently, and they sent me like a cute little notification email about this, saying that, you know, your account might, and I emphasize might, be affected by this. So I go to log in because I want to post that I'm resuming uploading the videos now that the NDA has been lifted, and it takes me to this interstitial page where it has me enter in like a captcha image, like, you know, those random letters and numbers to sort of prove that you're not a robot. So I enter in the random letters and numbers, and nothing happens. It takes me back to the exact same page that I was at, and no error message, nothing to tell me like what the hell I'm doing wrong. So I'm using Chrome, so I'm figuring that it's a compatibility issue probably. That happens a lot with that browser, unfortunately. So I switched to Internet Explorer. No dice. Exactly the same issue. And I know that I'm entering in my password right because it's taking me to this new page to enter in like the new letters and numbers and stuff. So I tried in Internet Explorer, that doesn't work. I tried in Firefox, that doesn't work either. So this is like 30 minutes later and I'm starting to get frustrated. So I go back to the email and something in it makes me think that, well, maybe if I click I forgot my password, that'll work. Mind you, I haven't forgotten my password. I know what it is. I know that I'm entering it right. But I click it anyways, it resets my password. So then it goes in and it asks me to enter my new password in. And here's the punchline. I enter the exact same password I was using. Same capitalization, same everything, you know, and it accepts it. My password wasn't even affected by the policy change, and yet I still had to go through these 45 different steps just to please the BioWare gods that they would, like, rain on my crops that year or whatever. And that's not even getting into the many, many problems that the Star Wars Old Republic forums have. And I would get into that, but I'd probably end up spending the rest of the video ranting about it if I did. So let's get back to the game. Another quest up here. Let's see what she has to say.
Hey, Padawan. You must be the one Master Yuan mentioned. Must be. If we weren't Jedi, I would say I could tell, because you are as cute as described. But we are Jedi, so I will say nothing of the sort. Sorry. Babbling. Master Yuan said to remind you that she says a Jedi needs to learn martial skills and said that I should say you should.
And who will train me in these martial skills?
Oh, right. Right. Sorry. Go see Master Weddle in the temple. Doesn't look like much, but he'll show you stuff you wouldn't believe. Good luck. May the Force be with you.
Oh man, he's gonna show me stuff I wouldn't believe, huh? I wonder what that means. So as you can see, we're at the Jedi Temple here. Lots of other players like to congregate in this location. There's a marketplace upstairs. There's lots of quest NPCs. This is sort of like the local quest hub. You know, that character reminded me a lot of Meryl from Dragon Age 2, with sort of the stumbling and the nerdiness and such. And as you can see, they've stuck to the traditional BioWare, how do I put this gently, stroking your ego tradition. You know, you've demonstrated abilities shown by no one except for the, 300 other players that have come through this area in the past 5 minutes. And telling you how cute you look and stuff like that. But you know what? That's good. You should do that. Players do enjoy getting a compliment like that. You know, it's just, you can go a little bit too overboard with that. I think they might have at the beginning right now. Compliments like that are a little more meaningful if you have to earn them first, you know. It's got all kinds of holocrons in here. Doesn't look like you can use any of them, but here is the guy that we were looking for. Man, look at that Twi'Lek. He just takes up space, doesn't he?
You are wise to seek further enlightenment.
And this comes up during the beta. They want you to rate this quest, but since it was a simple fetch quest, go in here, talk to this guy, I don't really have much to say about that. I do have a new skill to learn, though, Telekinetic Throw. This is going to deal a lot of range damage, I think more than my other ability. Yeah, significantly more, but it slows the other one's stun, so that's the difference. Don't think that's going to change much. I think that icon is just to indicate that he's a training NPC, so we're going to be coming back to him just about every time we gain a level to learn our new abilities. It's going to make combat a lot more fun and exciting. So, let's check our quest log by typing L. Report to Master Yuan Par. Recover the holograms. Take the path and return to the temple. So I knew that this is the right place we have to be, but I'm not seeing her icon, so I'm guessing we have to go down a floor. We're going to take the fast route. As you can see, it's no problem to get down. And yeah, as you can see, this icon has popped up in the northeast here. That's where we need to go. And we can also have the map up and just have an alpha out if we want to play that way in the sort of Diablo 2 style. The mini-map up at all times, but we got a mini-map, so we're not going to really bother with that. You can see this character named Padawan Ryanna in front of us. We're going into an instance area right now, where we're not going to be able to see other Jedi Consulars, I believe is how it works. Yeah, you're entering your own personal Jedi Consular phase. Your group mates can help you if they are not a Jedi Consular. So you can only take a party member in here, I guess, and only if they're not the same class as you. Pretty heavy restriction there. I guess we're not going to be going through an all-Jedi Consular sort of groups here in this game, or at least not for these types of quests. And yeah, it looks like lag time really does affect how quickly the cutscenes come up as well, not just your gameplay and other things. But cutscene load time, even on an instance like this, significantly slower on this server than the previous one.
I haven't. Padawan, come in. This is Kaizen Fess, an old friend. He's here on a hunting expedition. A sacred Trandoshan tradition.
It's a freaky giant lizard. You know, I'm gonna go with that.
This thing doesn't look like anybody's friend.
Padawan, that is enough.
And that animation there, that look he gives you, does change based on your response.
Some people, even some Jedi, disapprove of my friendship with Kaizen. I wanted you to meet, before rumors prejudiced you. First, thank you for saving the holograms. The Jedi have lost enough lately without losing our history, too.
Loss is a small word for what we suffered at the Empire's hands.
They even burned all our copies of Death Cab for Cutie.
The projector that was stolen. It contained a hologram of Master Rajivari. Rajivari was another of the Jedi founders. He turned to the dark side. He betrayed the very order he helped to create.
This Rajavari's betrayal paved the way for the Sith.
Rajivari was immensely powerful. That stolen hologram could hold his darkest secrets. The thief is likely from Kalikori village. Local Twi'Lek pilgrims here illegally. Many of them are poor or hungry.
Why are these Twi'leks here?
Religious persecution drove them from their home world. They found sanctuary here, but without the Republic's permission. I'd like you to go to Kalikori village, discover who took the holoprojector, and retrieve it. but tread lightly. The Twi'Leks are here in defiance of Republic law. We're forbidden to fully defend them, even when the Flesh Raiders attack. Relations are strained.
Once the villagers understand the situation, I'm sure we can reach an accord.
When you reach Kalikori village, find Bashen, captain of the village guard. He knows everyone. He may have seen the holoprojector. I think meeting these pilgrims will be a good lesson for you, Padawan. Go carefully.
Alright, so we've earned ourselves some initiate vestments. No icon there, unfortunately, but it will actually work once I put the thing on. As you can see, it does in fact have a graphic, albeit a pretty bad one. It's newbie armor, what can you do? I went with the freaky giant lizard there, you know, I mean, for this playthrough, I'm not going to always be the diplomatic good guy. I'm just going to go with the conversation options that I think are going to be the most entertaining for you guys to see. Now, there are still a lot of open questions about, you know, whether or not these conversation choices are going to affect quests down the road. Is there going to be sort of like favor with different NPCs? Are you going to be able to earn more quests by choosing specific dialogue choices and not others? All that remains to be seen. All I can tell you so far is that I have been going with different dialogue choices as before. Hasn't made any difference yet. And it has yet to be seen whether or not that's really a good thing. On the one hand, you kind of want the freedom to choose whatever your character would pick, but on the other hand, if none of those choices really mean anything, what's the point? So there's a balancing act that has to be there. Let's see what this camp looks like. Yup, plenty of Twi'Lek. We've got our discovery of this location, our XP4, and as you can see right there, there's a droid right there when you come in. Makes sense where his location would be. You see him immediately, and we can discover this point, and we never have to run here again. That is great. We've got our in-game mail service. I haven't really played around with that a lot, but again, good choice having that right next to the transport here. And let's see what this does. I have no idea. Oh, binding. Okay. So you can bind your spawn location in this game like in many other games by using these, whatever they are. Jedi Temple. Whatever that interface is, you can use it to bind yourself so that when you die, you come back here. Great feature. Now there's another quest NPC over there, but first let's talk to, I guess he's the chief of the village or whoever, the person that we were sent here to see.
Break out another cask, or 3. The festival only comes once a year, our stores can take it.
Aw yeah, break out the champagne glasses and motherfucking condoms. Not that I'll get much use out of them, fucking Jedi.
Let's see. Festival of Awakening, Jedi. You're not welcome here.
Dang, there's no option to challenge them to a game of beer pong, so let's be polite.
I apologize for interrupting. Master Yuan Par asks if you've seen a Jedi holoprojector.
Huh. If Yuan Par's asking, guess we could try and remember.
I've had about a liter of vodka, though, so we're gonna have to try really hard.
Nayland found one. Nayland Rollock. Maybe you've heard of him?
Sorry, I've only just arrived on this world.
Nayland Rollock, our dueling champion for 9 years straight. He once rescued an entire scouting party from Flesh Raiders single-handed. He planned our defenses. Protects us when we go foraging. Without him, we wouldn't even be having the festival. And no, I am not telling you where he is. Nayland earns his peace and quiet.
Our first light side option, as you can see, it's clearly marked, so you don't have to consult a wiki if you're trying to get him.
Something happening to him.
Nayland can take care of himself.
Against Flesh Raiders, sure. But some of that Jedi tech is weird.
Okay, fine. Nayland went into the Flesh Raiders' territory. He's probably still there. He's been gone a while.
I thought this was a special day. Shouldn't he be here celebrating?
Nayland just likes to be alone these days, and festivals aren't really his thing.
Though last year, he did the Wakers dance with the rest of us.
I think Nayland's got a camp out there. If you see him, tell him to be back for the feast.